Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, you excellent elites. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing my experience as an executive assistant for 40 plus years. Yes, I'm telling my age, but it is what it is. But it's important for me to share this information and give back. I had a client that I coached maybe a year or so ago. I coached her executive assistant, and she was so excited. She says, "Oh my gosh, Winnie, you're going to retire. You cannot take this information with you. There are so many small business owners and entrepreneurs that would really engage and understand and really want this information." So my spiritual side said, I have to do this. I have to do this. So that's the number one reason. Number two reason is how many of you have made a phone call and the person answers the phone, and this is in business, and the person answers the phone and they say, "Good afternoon, hold on. Good afternoon, hold on. Woo! No, we ain't doing that today." Mainly because I'm seeing assistants lower the value of this vital role, lowering the worth, what we do every day to make companies thrive, to make them successful. It's really on our backs. We are the glue that holds most departments, most organizations together. Don't ever forget that. James Brown said, "It's a man's world, but it wouldn't mean nothing without an assistant." So your boss comes to you. "Hey, Miss Winnie, I have a new task for you. This is a difficult task, but it's so necessary for our growth of the organization." What he really means is the growth of his promotion. Yeah, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. Lazy assistant says, "It's so hard for me. I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. I don't know how to do this." An excellent elite will say, "This is a great challenge. I'll research it. I'll get back to you tomorrow or 2 days, depending on, the depth of that particular challenge." You don't want your boss to ask you to research it and give you instructions on what to do. This is why being an executive assistant is essential to most businesses. They're looking for someone to say, "I have this task. I'm going to take this task. I'm going to run with this task. And don't worry about it. I got it from here. I'm willing to go the extra mile." Ooh, I see a promotion coming. This is why it's important for this channel to keep the professionalism, to keep the expectations, to keep the worth, the value, and mainly the respect of the executive assistant in motion all day, every day. It cannot be lowered. It cannot be made minimal, because you, as an executive assistant or any assistant, your hierarchy level is the same as your bosses. Think how they respond is how you respond and what you portray to whatever the external situation is. Whether it's your boss's boss, whether it is a peer of your boss's, whether it's another executive assistant. How your boss is how you should be. So now we're going to talk about the pros and cons of being an executive assistant. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Whew. We're going to start with the cons first. It is a thankless career. You're not going to be thanked for every single thing you do. You could have a big meeting for 1,200 employees or guests, or at the end of the meeting, they might remember to say, "Winnie, thank you for all you do." Half of the time they forget Administrative Professionals Day. Let's be real. But see, I have an answer for that. We're going to talk about that in later videos. It is repetitive. You're going to be doing the same thing the majority of the time over and over and over and over again. There is not a lot of challenges because that's what assistants do. We do travel, we do calendaring, we do emails, we set up meetings, Zoom now. All of this stuff is the same thing over and over and over again. But I will say, being an assistant is what you make it. You can do that same thing over and over again. How do you go above and beyond and make yourself valuable? That's an excellent elite. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. I think the biggest pro is that you can take this position and you can go to any city, you can go to any industry, and you will get a job. You will be successful. It's pretty much the same things that you're going to be doing for every organization, but it's how you level up that's going to make you an excellent elite. We'll share with you the principles of being an EA. We'll talk about the basics of meeting planning, travel arrangements. We're also going to have some janky conversations about dress code, attire. Yep, we're going to talk about it. And this is where I'd like to mention that my channel is not just for executive assistants. It's for small business owners. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for nonprofit organizations. Have you hired an executive assistant and not really got what you wanted? You thought this is what you needed, but this person's not producing, this person's confused, you're confused,